Hi guys, Grandpa here, and gals. Got the ladies that like to watch Grandpa too. A lot of lady prospectors out there, let me tell you. My daughter was prospecting with me at a site yesterday. But we're at the creek again today, and Grandpa's got another one of his innovations. I hope you all appreciate it. I know you've all seen the good old poop tube. Well, I know there's some fellas out in Oregon that got some nice stuff on YouTube. They made one that's about 4 feet long. And I'm not copying their ideas because we all know the poop tube was out there long before these guys were born. Don't think it was much before I was born. But anyway, what I did, if you look at the poop tube, I made a piece of poop tube here with some plastic ripples. I cut up the lid from a plastic container, and I silicone glued those ripples into the grooves. You got to find one that fits, some silicone, and it'll last a long time. And I drilled some holes, put some 1/4-inch bolts in here, and I'm going to show you why I did that. Now I've got a section, another section. This is a 3-piece sluice. I got another section here. You'll notice I've got a series of holes drilled in here, equally spaced, and then I've got a piece of indoor-outdoor rug, which we all use, and I lay that in here. I've got one of these office clamps, which I use to hold my rug in place. All right. Now on the edge of the carpet, I took the torch and I just burned a little edge on there to melt down the material. And I'm going to show you why in a second. First, what we're going to do, and I'm in the creek, so I got to be careful. We're going to take off the nuts, washers. Got wing nuts on here and just regular nuts, basically because I didn't have enough wing nuts. I like the way wing nuts work. They're a little bit quicker on and off. I got these pieces right here. We're going to take those off. You take your bolts out. Now what this does, I've also got holes drilled in the riffle portion. And this goes right over right on there. I've got one for the other side. I got a nice snug fit. You could have them a little sloppier. Oh, I see what I did wrong. I got a series of holes, and this is the wrong series. Because what I want my poop tube to do is just overlap this piece of carpeting. It just overlaps a piece of carpet. I'm not even going to put them the nuts on these today. I'm just gonna, you see how it's working out? I'll push one on this side. Okay, now we've got that. Now I guess we do have time to put on the wing nuts. See how they go on there. And by putting 2 sets of bolts in here, that's just making this a little bit stronger. This will work better. Grandpa's left-handed. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Okay, so we put the bolts all in. Now you see how it's bolted together. Now we're going to set that down for a second. Now the nice part, most guys have the poop tube and that's all they work with. But I went a step better. I wanted a flare for that. Finally found out what I've been calling the funnel end. We're going to call it the flare because that's what the professionals do. Well, Grandpa made a flare. I made this. I did a little cutting and bending on an aluminum cake pan that I got out of someone's garbage. They moved and had a whole bunch of kitchen stuff left in the boxes out by the garbage. So I cut that, bent it, configured it, and then this piece actually comes from the poop tube, and that's part of the whole drain system, and you can see how it is. And if you look close at this, you'll notice that this piece of the pipe, you can see how I cut and configured, starting out is square and then it goes round, but it drops down about 1.5 inches here, and that makes a nugget trap. Okay? Now I've got this little piece, it's 1/4 inch wire mesh that I cut to fit, and that slips right in the mouth of the sluice, and that's going to kick through anything bigger than 1/4 inch is going to roll on through. Because where I go, odds are I'm not going to find a nugget over 1/4 inch. And if I do, it'll still catch up in the sluice. Okay, now the sluice goes together pretty simple. This piece, you got to get this back here. By the way, that's a rubber band, and does a pretty nice job. You could zip tie it, but I'm going with the rubber band for now, and that simply goes down it simply slips on the sluice. Now remember, this is a 3-piece portable sluice, so there's the rubber band holding it together. There's the sluice. I've got a flap here, so if you're in real fast water, it'll slow the water down going into the tube, which goes into the poop tube. So now we're going to set this up in the creek. And what I did, oh remember, Grandpa's always got his little gadgets for cleaning out the sluice box. This is a charger cord. This is a little bitty plastic container. You can slip this right under the rubber band and it won't float away. And you can use it it rinse out your sluice when you want to do the cleanup. Now we got a little bit of material. Okay, now we've got the sluice set up here. Drops about 1 inch per foot. That's a standard rule of thumb on the sluice boxes. And water could maybe be a little faster, but I'm going to put a little bit of material in here. I didn't classify it down. I've got everything from sand up to about 1/2 inch. And we're just going to put it in here. Like I said, I wish I had it moving a little faster. Because it's not quite cleaning off like a good old sluice box is supposed to. Maybe if I get some of the bigger stuff out of there, you can get the idea. Yeah, we don't have enough speed. I'm not at a gold-bearing creek. We've got a lot of sapphire-litic bedrock here, and this is my fossil hunt area up in Parker's Gap, Tennessee. Just about a mile inside the Tennessee line from Georgia, 10 miles east of Chattanooga. And you can see I just don't have enough water volume moving here. But you can see that some of the sand, I'm going to lift that up because the water's moving kind of slow. And you can see that we're still dropping heavies into the poop tube. And if it was moving faster, it'd be doing a better job. I have to give you my professional apology because y'all expect better. I thought I'd have enough flow here to take care of business. But that's a little too slow. And the poop tube, you've got to have a base to lay it on. Otherwise, it's going to do like a hose does. But I think the fact that it breaks down into 3 pieces, 18 inches long, it's very portable. I think it's something that you all know the principles are right. All I needed was a little bit faster water, and I hope you enjoyed that. That's about 40 inches long, and once again, if you want close-ups of it, email me. My website's www.grampassboltshow.com. Go to my contacts page. I've got my email address on there. Ask me any questions. I'll take close-up photos and email them back to you. Hope you guys appreciated that. And by the way, I want you to know that I got the poop tube out of the garbage. The carpet is scrapped. The pie pan I got out of the cake pan I got out of the garbage. I've got 4 1/4-inch bolts. That's what I paid for. So there you go. God bless you. Have a great day.